How much money has Phil earned when you just talk about what he made off of golf and, like, marketing on the books?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was making almost $100 million a year. Like, Tiger was at 120, Phil was, like, in the 80s or 90s, like, he had blue chip sponsorship deals, and he had a bunch of them, and part of it was because, like, these financial services company, which is also hilarious, Phil's always been sponsored by financial services companies, but they'd pay him $10 million a year, and he'd wear the logo, and that's cool, you know, but what they were really buying was his time because Phil would come in for these outings with the most important investors and clients, and he would request a binder and he would study it. So let's say it's KPMG or Bearing Point or whatever the company was. They were bringing in 40 dudes for a pro-am. Phil would get a dossier on all 40 and he'd memorize it. So he'd meet this guy and he'd like, hey, oh, hey, Jim, I heard you won your club championship. Congratulations. And like, hey, Bob, I heard your daughter got a scholarship to Stanford to play volleyball. I'm so proud. Like, and people were so dazzled by Phil. And no one else would make that kind of effort, and that's part of why he was valuable, and it was partly just his shtick, like, he loved that reaction, and so Phil had all these huge deals, so he's probably earned easily $1 billion. Now, you may remember Phil had this big public dust up where he complained about the tax rate in California.
And Phil Mickelson making some noise. He's hosting a big golf tournament this week, saying that he's going to have to make some drastic changes because of what's gone on in terms of taxes in California.
This is one of his many little scandals, and this is going back 20 years.
The four-time major champ, who rakes in nearly $50 million a year, says he's not yet sure if he'll leave California for a less taxing state. He also apologized for offending anyone.
I think that it was insensitive to talk about publicly to those people who are not able to find a job, that are struggling paycheck to paycheck.
On Sunday,
This is a funny story. So he complains on national TV about how much he has to pay in taxes. And no one's making him live in California. Most of his brethren have moved to Florida, Arizona. He's chosen to be in California because he's from California. And he likes the weather, he likes the lifestyle. Like, sure, like, it's a choice, Phil. Then before his next tournament, and he's gonna go in and have to face the music and do a press conference, they're out in the parking lot, and there's his PR guy, and there's a tour staffer, and they're kind of strategizing. And the tour staffer says to Phil, "Listen, Phil, nobody wants to hear, a guy who's making $40 million complain about their taxes." And Phil's like, "It's 50." Like